They say Corey Holcomb like him young. Huh? Corey Holcomb. They say you like him young. Y'all, TikTok is going crazy right now, bringing up all of these clips of him on his podcast show, whatever you want to call it, talking about being interested in young girls, dealing with them outside of the country, and also talking to fans about their children. Bro, I have never really watched his show. I don't even know how to get to his show. But the clips that they are playing is ridiculous. Corey Holcomb is even admitting that if they ever catch up to him, that he would be in big trouble. Y'all, I don't know how this is swept under the rug. I'm not saying that this is coming out to probably hide us from what's really going on in America. But listen, I ain't know Corey Holcomb was coming like this, y'all. You gotta look up the clips yourself, because honestly, we can't put clips and videos and stuff like this no more. But to know that this has been going on for this entire time since he's had this show, and nobody has ever brought it up, now it is literally going viral on platforms that are basically faceless pages on TikTok. Is this by design? I don't know. It's too early yet. It's only been 48 hours since this story has broken. But y'all, if you like going down a rabbit hole like me, go to that search bar and put in code Corey Holcomb, and I promise you, you will be astonished. I'm just here to bring y'all the news. Corey Holcomb, you got some explaining to do, brother. Or maybe just go to jail. I'm just a mess.
Career might be over after these new allegations. They are accusing Corey Holcomb of being a PDF, and the receipts are going mega viral and gaining a lot of steam. It feels like the more these receipts go viral, Corey Holcomb's career might be over, bro. The ending may be near. And the worst part about it all, this damage is self-inflicted. They're just using Corey's own admissions against him. I don't know what Corey was thinking coming on the podcast and admitting to certain things he admitted to, but now the world is watching you.
When I was in Iceland, you don't have to be no 18. I think it was 13, maybe 14.
Yeah.
That's a grunt. The vagina been on this planet 14 years. I've said this before on the show also. Do you know if a woman 16 years old gives you a baby, that is going to be 16, 17, 18, 19. That is going to be one of the healthiest babies possible.
First red flag was Corey Holcomb knowing the age of consent in various countries. Any man even having access to that information makes me feel icky. But yet alone a 60-year-old, that's nasty, bro. Second red flag was him saying, I've said this before. So this is an opinion that he has really thought about, sat with, and dissected, and he still didn't see anything wrong with him saying this.
Right.
At that age, they've been on the planet long enough. They're in their prime developmental-wise to create a life.
Corey has talked about this at length before, so every word he says is intentional. When he says they are in their prime to conceive, you don't have to ask Corey, who are they conceiving with? Who are they having a baby with? Only grown men are in a position to take care of a family and lead a household. So this is him advocating for them to have babies with grown men. But what are we doing here, man?
But you're taught in America something different.
Those eggs are buoyant. You could dribble them eggs. They got bounce back.
Craig Smith is almost 50. Corey Holcomb is almost 60. And they're sitting on a podcast talking about how 14-year-olds have bounce back. Yo, come on, bro. Like, yo, that's absurd. Now, to make things worse, Corey Holcomb went on another podcast and he admitted to testing out the young women in Iceland. Now, the same young women that he claims, were 13, 14 and ready to conceive.
You go to other countries, I'm just saying, in America, most people only know what they know in America, but I've been to other countries, and in Iceland, I think the legal age to get with a girl is 13 years old.
Oh, wow.
Right, it blows people's mind when they hear it. But in Iceland, R. Kelly is not a criminal.
He's trying to get extradited.
He's a normal guy in Iceland. I went to Iceland, and you just can't offer him money and gifts. And I thought that was so unfair that you couldn't give him nothing after you was done with him.
This still crazy. I'm not going to Iceland. So I assume you've been to Iceland and you took advantage of the laws. Is that what you're saying?
I had a great time in Iceland.
Wait, we're not going to go there. We're not going to go there.
The age of consent in Iceland is 13. Did you take advantage of the laws in Iceland? Man, I had a great time in Iceland. You just can't give them gifts afterwards. After you're done with them. You can't give them gifts because that will count as trafficking. So he full on admitted that he did what he did in Iceland. Full on admitted to it. Now, a lot of people will point to, Corey Holcomb is joking, he's making a joke. But at what point do you teeter the line so much that we got to say, I don't know, bro. Ain't nothing funny about saying a kid woohoo is the best woohoo out here. A kid woohoo is better than an adult woohoo. Because one, how would you know? If you're not somebody who engages, how would you know if you don't engage with children? But it's all jokes, right?
You better watch your kids. I want some type of real bad.
Jesus Christ.
Can you get charged if you spoon a child?
I mean,
get behind him, make him take all his clothes off, and you hug him like that.
I'm
Is that
pretty
a charge?
sure. Yes, Graham.
What is
pretty
that?
Sure.
Not no penetration. Just
doesn't have to be penetration. It's so you can't
That's
be.
love.
You can. Okay, hold
What
on.
if it's a stepchild?
Okay, I don't know where we're going with this, but
I'm just asking. They got these charges. I'm trying to see what the charges gonna be.
The wedding ring.
Somebody called me Corey Kelly because I said spoon.
Oh, good one.
I would never
Or Corey Epstein.
spoon a child. I'm asking what happens if you do it. It's called research.
Who mind goes there? Who mind goes to, bruh, how much time would I get if I just spoon instead of like the full thing? Like if I just spoon, do I get a couple years off my sentence? Why are you thinking about this, bro?
Please keep this piece of tape for future references. I'm telling you now, when they go after me, they get dirt like a I'm here to tell you, if they go through my computer, they gonna be like Corey, like what else can I put out there?
Snacks.
I mean, them a big in the child. I'm gonna check my browser, goddamn. 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. That woman is like at a point in her life where she is it's just nobody likes to say shit like that in America because you can get in trouble for that. Now, I don't want no woman that's 16, 17, 18 because of the laws and because of the mental state she's in. Epstein Island, that'd be a great movie. Yeah. What was happening on Epstein Island?
It was the children.
That would be a horrible
So you telling me?
Oh my God, they weren't children. They were.
What the fuck?
There you go. Now you don't.
What do you mean? I said no, and I said
You wouldn't watch it if it was a movie. It ain't real.
I ain't watching.
Asking you, would you watch it? No.
Fuck and no. There you
Why,
go.
'cause you won't watch
That's
it.
my goddamn.
See?
That's ridiculous. He knows what he's doing.
I know he
He's
knows.
one of these
I
guys.
know he knows. Yeah, I know he knows what he's doing.
Corey asked his co-host, the age of consent in Iceland is 13. Did you take advantage of the laws in Iceland? Man, I had a great time in Iceland. You just can't give them gifts afterwards. After you're done with them. You can't give them gifts because that will count as trafficking. So he full on admitted that he did what he did in Iceland. Full on admitted to it. Now, a lot of people will point to, Corey Holcomb is joking. He's making a joke. But at what point do you teeter the line so much that we got to say, I don't know, bro. I don't know, son. Even how Corey Holcomb talk about young women is disturbing. There was a story on the Corey Holcomb podcast he told about, I think like a 5-year-old. Right? And this story makes me uncomfortable to this day.
This past weekend, I saw this little girl. She had a Welch's grape juice bottle in her mouth. And she was about 5. She had the whole bottle, as far as it'll go, just sucking on it, walking with her mama. Somebody said, get that out her mouth. When they took it out her mouth, that baby said, You know when she stopped crying? When a man picked her up and put her in her lap and started bouncing with her. Then she stopped crying and was looking like this. I said, that's a little growing right there. And everybody will say, Corey, what are you talking about? Corey, you crazy. Get the out of here. This little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open She was just, it had the cap on it and everything. They took it out of her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knee. And she was like, I said, that's a little, it's just Corey Holcomb crazy. I almost want to go back and ask about that little girl and do a documentary on her life. So one day I can show I know what I'm talking about. But in this society, I'm a bad guy.
Seeing a child suck on their bottle and your mind go to fellatio, you are a disturbed human being. Seeing a child get rocked back and forth to comfort and your mind goes to bedroom positions, you are a disturbed human being. Calling a child a hoe for doing things that kids do is disturbing. You are a disturbed human being. This is not normal.
That ain't nothing no little girl do unless she has the urge to do things like that. She has the urge to be satisfied. But ain't nobody gonna peep it. Corey bad. Corey bad. Everybody, Corey, did you hear what Corey said? The little girl took the bottle out of her mouth and he said she gonna be a yes. And if it was more men in the house, the little daughters wouldn't be walking around with things preparing their jaw for hustle. Her jaw is being prepared for hustle. And this was a little girl.
Her teeth aren't.
Baby Goobler. I like that.
Y'all, I'm so bothered by that Corey Holcomb situation. Like, I woke up this morning praying about that situation. Like, y'all know what's sad? The thing about it is, the Bible says that whatever's on your heart, your mouth is going to speak it. As many videos as this man have speaking on being a PDF or him just, seemingly being a PDF is diabolical. It's like, how do you have so much to say about this one topic? You know why? Because that's what's on his heart. And that's the type of that's him. That's his personality. He's a PDF. Like, wholeheartedly. And the fact that he's not married, so he's dating these different women. He's going, to their houses and, just spending time with their children. He said a 14-year-old came on to him. Yeah, you wished she came on to you, you freaking freaked out freak.
I'd hate to discuss something so horrific and disturbing on Black History Month, but hey, let's just spread awareness. Men like Corey Holcomb have been around for ages. Men like Corey Holcomb have sexualized me and other women since we were little girls, and they didn't care that we were that much younger than them. The difference between men like Corey Holcomb and the ones who aren't speaking on this situation at all most likely secretly agree with Corey Holcomb. He's just loud and proud about it. I don't put shit past no man and his dark fantasies. And even though they may not portray themselves to be that way in front of you and may not say those disturbing things, it's all in here. And this applies to women too, because you got some nasty ass predator women out there too. Hey man, look, protect your kids and get you some fire.
I'm going to just start off by saying this. Like, yo, who knew that year 2026 was going to be like this? With the Epstein files, yo, this is crazy work. Ain't no way. Right? Now, I don't watch, his podcast. I don't know the type of things he said. I've only seen maybe one or two. He's not my kind of content. He's never been really funny to me, but you know what I'm saying? Like, I watched a few of these clips. I only put together a few of them, and a lot of them I didn't mash together because it's so uncomfortable for me to hear that. Like, the fact that I can't put together in words. Like, I'm maybe because I'm not like that is why I can't put the words together right for this. Like, it's the amount of things that have came out this dude's mouth is crazy. And the fact that ain't nobody check him up until this point is even crazier to me. Do you know what I'm saying? This is wild, bro. Y'all have to, after you watch this video, please go over to TikTok, or I'm pretty sure somebody will have a more explicit compilation, bro. This is crazy. Nah, son. Anybody praying, dealing, talking, joking, insinuating about underage individuals, you are sick. Ain't no saving you, and you gotta go. That's how I feel about it. You need to be under the jail, or you need to be off the earth. Point blank. There's no in between with that. There's no reasoning. Ain't no kind of dark humor that can make this funny. This is not funny. This is not funny. Nah, son. Nah. I saw the first 30 seconds of the one clip, and I'm like, yo, there's no way that people think. If y'all been watching his podcast for years or whatever, I don't know how long, his podcast has been out. But if y'all have been watching his podcast for this long, and now all of a sudden you're disgusted, you need to be looked at as well. That's crazy. Like I said, I only know about certain things, like when he would his last thing with Anton Daniels, the one before that where I guess he allegedly punched a female, and just the back and forth with, I think, like the Tasha K chick or something like that. That other than that, I don't really know much. You know what I'm saying? Like I said, he's not my preferred kind of content to watch. But this, whoever put together that compilation of him saying this junk, you did a phenomenal job. But damn, I'm kind of mad that you did, because that made my skin crawl a little bit, yo. That's so uncomfortable. I don't know how you could sit together through that. And they say, he's a dark humor guy. Humor ain't that damn dark. Nope. Humor ain't that dark. That's somebody telling you that they do something and they're trying to hide it behind jokes to make it seem like it's okay. Nah, this is just as serious as them Epstein files. As, Pumpkinhead being in the Epstein files. This is right there. Ain't no different. Ain't none of them jokes funny. You can't make none of that stuff into common sense. You could tell, like, with a few of these jokes, that his co-hosts were uncomfortable, but they didn't say anything to him. Hold on.
That's a little blowing right there. And everybody will say, Corey, what are you talking about? Corey, you crazy. Look, get the out of this little girl was in her bliss with her mouth wide open.
That's crazy.
She was just, it had the cap on it and everything. They took it out of her mouth. Then a man picked her up and started shaking her on his knee. And she was like,
nah, son. See? Nah, bro.
That's a little. It's just Corey Holcomb crazy.
And he called the baby a little HWHOR. I ain't gonna spell it all the way out because I'm trying to keep this video as, bruh, people like this gotta go. I'm sorry. There's no gray area with it. It ain't funny. It ain't cool. It ain't none of that. Your ass gotta go. Your ass gotta go. Going over to this sister right here. Wanted to talk about, hold on, sorry. Right here.
Hate to discuss something so horrific and disturbing.
Just a second.
On Black History Month. But hey, let's just spread awareness. Men like Corey Holcomb have been around for ages. Men like Corey Holcomb have sexualized me and other women since we were little girls. And they didn't care that we're that much younger than them. The difference between men like Corey Holcomb and the woman.
Bro, I seen that And, you know, the hood I grew up in and around the hood, I seen so many older drug dealer dudes pulling up to middle school and high school, picking up the most popular chick, bro. Picking them up. 14, 15, 16 years old. And I know that ain't your peoples. I know that ain't your peoples. Now, it's women out here that do that shit just as much. People don't like to talk about it. It's women out here that do that shit just as much. I don't want to make that about that, but I'm saying weirdos are going to be weirdos. Creeps are going to be creeps. PDFs are going to be PDFs, right? This situation is about Corey, and the bigger picture is the amount of I wouldn't even say willing participants, but people that allow this stuff to go on but don't do nothing about it. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man, why don't you let you don't let your kids come over? No, my kids ain't going nowhere. My kids ain't going nowhere. Nowhere. No. Every single one of my, I ain't gonna go there. Nope. I'm just saying, at the end of the day, when people tell you who they are, you gotta believe them. He's been telling people who he was. Now y'all want to believe him because it's convenient now. It's a talk about thing. But also the hypocrisy too is how y'all hyper focusing on Corey Holcomb, but a lot of y'all ain't said nothing about these EP files either. About these EP files. But that's neither here nor there. Let me know what y'all think about this, man. This is crazy. Like Kevin Gates said, you do anything with a kid, you gotta go. You gotta get up out of here. You need to be on another planet somewhere, or you need to be off the planet, if you know what I'm saying. Like, comment, share. Ayo Bassel TV. I'm going to see y'all in the next one. Peace.